Cats spend a lot of time cleaning their coat, which means that a healthy cat generally does not need bathing or shampooing. However, grooming your cat to make sure that her coat does not become knotted, and that her teeth, eyes and ears are clean is part of your responsibility as an owner. In addition, an elderly cat with conditions like arthritis may need your help to stay clean. Method 1. Grooming your cat's coat. 1. Groom your cat's coat as often as necessary. Long-haired cats need daily grooming, while short-haired cats need to be combed and brushed roughly 3 to 4 times a week. Grooming helps to remove loose hair so that this shed hair does not begin to form knots. Grooming your cat regularly can also help you to find knots early so that they can be brushed out more easily. 2. Comb your cat's coat in the direction of the hair growth. To groom a cat, start by combing the cat's fur. Use the same technique you would use to comb your own hair. Make sure that the comb reaches down to the skin and is dragged along the length of your cat's hair. Work methodically, perhaps start at the head and work your way to the tail, combing sections at a time. Make sure that you comb your cat's hair in the direction that it grows naturally. To determine what way your cat's hair lies, run your hand along your cat's back from her head to her tail. You should see that her hair smooths down under your hand, which means that this is the way her hair grows. Now run your hand from her tail to her head. You should see that her hair sticks up, which means this is not the way the hair grows. If you are gentle and do not tug on the hair, most cats tolerate or even enjoy being combed. 3. Brush your cat's coat using a firm bristled brush. Use a brush with firm bristles or short metal prongs to brush your cat's hair. Again, work from the head down towards the tail, brushing the surface of the coat and gathering shed hair on the brush. Don't forget to brush your cat's tummy as well. 4. Understand that failure to groom your cat's coat will result in knots and tangles. If your cat's coat is not regularly groomed, both short and long-haired cats can get knots. Of these, short-haired cats get knots that are easier to deal with. The tangles are caused when dead hairs are not shed but retained in the coat. This chokes up the fur, which then felts together and form lumps. These lumps can be felt as knobbles, and may appear as dull, almost dusty-looking patches. Knots and tangles are completely avoidable with regular grooming. 5. Undo knots and tangles in short-haired cats. If your short-haired cat has clumps in her coat, these knots can usually be loosened, teased apart and then combed out. To brush away the lump, start near the hair tips and pluck at the lump as if trying to divide it in two. Keep working away at the lump in this manner until the knot is no longer dense but has started to be teased open. At this stage you may be able to pluck out clumps of dead hair. If not, use the comb to further separate the clumps and comb out the retained hair causing the knot. 6. Deal with knots and tangles in long-haired cats. Long-haired cats generally develop more serious knots. Long-haired cats have fur that is soft, which causes the mats and knots that form to become more dense. Small knots can sometimes be groomed out by inserting the comb between the skin and knot and pulling gently until the knot gives way and comes away from the skin on the comb. 7. Be very wary about cutting out knots. It is very easy to accidentally cut your cat's skin when trying to cut out a knot because the skin often gets puckered up inside a knot. Never cut a knot unless you can slide the teeth of a comb between your cat's skin and the knot, and then cut above the comb. If you have access to clippers, use them rather than scissors. Run the clipper blade parallel to your cat's skin, and make sure to never dig the clipper into the skin. If you are not sure what you are about to cut, stop. 8. Take long-haired cats to a professional groomer if their coats are completely matted. Some long-haired cats become so matted that their coat forms a cocoon-like shell over their bodies. These cats need to be professionally clipped out by a groomer. If your cat is aggressive or feisty, you may need to bring her to a vet to be sedated while the vet clips away all of her mats. 9. Pay special attention to older cats. Some older cats forget to groom themselves and their coats become starry and unkempt. It is essential that you comb and brush your old kitty every day to make sure that no knots develop. If your old cat is not washing herself, get some cotton balls wet and wipe these waterlogged cotton balls along your cat's coat. Pay special attention to her face. This will keep your cat's coat clean and fresh, and will help your old cat to feel better about herself. Method 2. Taking care of your cat's dental hygiene. 1. Understand the importance of oral hygiene for your cat. Part of keeping a cat clean is paying attention to her dental hygiene. A cat with dirty teeth and a smelly breath spreads foul-smelling saliva over her coat as she grooms, which makes her coat smell bad. Food debris, the minerals in food, and the pH of your cat's saliva all play a part in the formation of hard mineral deposits called tartar on the surface of your cat's teeth. Tartar harbors bacteria and can cause gum inflammation. The latter can lead to gum recession and teeth loosening, which leads to dental pain that may keep your cat from grooming herself properly. 2. Brush your cat's teeth, optimally twice per day. Just as we brush our teeth twice a day, cats should also have their teeth brushed twice a day. Special cat-sized toothbrushes are available, but you can also use a soft child-sized toothbrush to brush your cat's teeth. Moisten the bristles of the toothbrush with water and, with the cat sitting on a table or a surface that is a comfortable height to work at, lift her lip with your left hand, if you are right-handed. Hold the toothbrush in your right hand and gently rub the toothbrush bristles over the outside surface of your cat's teeth, and repeat on the other side. 3. Use a feline-friendly oral rinse. After brushing your cat's teeth, use a special cat oral cleansing rinse such as Hex Rinse. This is a liquid that contains chlorhexidine, which kills bacteria for 12 hours. Use a cotton bud to apply this oral rinse. To use the rinse, soak a clean cotton bud in the oral rinse and then rub it over your cat's teeth and gums. Try to do this after every time you brush your cat's teeth. 4. Feed your cat a tooth-healthy diet. Feed your cat dry food rather than wet food if possible. Wet food contains humectants, which stop food from drying out but can also make it sticky. Wet food tends to bind to cat teeth and form deposits that can lead to food decay. On the other hand, dry kibble rubs against your cat's teeth as she chews, helping to scrape tartar off of your cat's teeth. You could also buy your cat food that is specifically designed to promote dental health. One example of this sort of food is Hill's TD. TD is made so that the fibers in the kibble are lined in a grid. When your cat bites down on each biscuit, the tooth crown forces through the fiber grid and moves out again, in an action that mimics toothbrushing. Method 3. Looking after your cat's eyes and ears. 1. Wipe away any discharge from the corner of your cat's eyes. You might have noticed cats with white faces that have rust-colored streaks running from the inside corner of their eyes, down over their cheeks. This rusty streak is caused by tear overflow, which is a common problem for cats with watery eyes or narrow tear ducts. The tear fluid contains pigments called porphyrins, and when exposed to the air, these pigments oxidize and turn rusty brown. It is the same process by which an apple when cut in half turns brown. To keep your cat's face clean and streak-free, wipe any gloop that forms in the corner of her eyes as soon as you see it. If you wipe the gloop away before it oxidizes, there will be no problems with brown stains. 2. Check your cat's ears regularly. The skin of the ear flap should not be sore and the entrance to the ear canal should be clean. Avoid putting fluid or drops into your cat's ear canal itself unless instructed to do so by your vet. You should try to avoid this because some cats are sensitive to the effect of fluid on the eardrum. Check to see that there is no dirt buildup in your cat's ears, or that the ears are discolored in any way. Signs of ear infections are covered in the next step. 3. Keep an eye out for any signs of infection. If there's discharge at the entrance to the ear canal, give it a sniff. If the discharge smells offensive, especially if it is cream-colored or green-looking, your cat may have an ear infection. If you see these signs, Have your cat's ears looked at by a veterinarian. 4. Wipe away any brown, waxy discharge with a cotton ball dipped in olive oil. If the discharge is brown and waxy, try wiping it away with a ball of cotton wool moistened with a few drops of olive oil. Work the cotton wool into the nooks and crannies of your cat's ears to clean away as much of the muck as possible. When you notice this waxy discharge, look to see if she shows any sign of irritation, like shaking her head or scratching at her ears. If you don't see these signs, your cat may just produce a lot of earwax. However, if you do see these signs, bring your cat to the vet for a checkup. Tips: if you are ever concerned that your cat is unhealthy, such as if she has a strange discharge in her ears, do not hesitate to take your cat to the vet.